What is up guys, Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today I am celebrating 15,000 subscribers and 2 million views on the Chaos Galaxy trading card game channel. So I want to thank everyone who's ever even watched a video and subscribed, and even now 3 years into the channel my subscriber count has just kind of shooted up, which is really exciting for the future. But today I thought I'd celebrate by doing a week deck profile Chaos Galaxy Mania week. So over the course of the week I'll be doing a deck profile for 7 different archetypes, strategies or planets throughout the game, and in the comments let me know what kind of strange galaxies you'd like to see, because what you kind of expect is I've got 7 days, 7 different planets in the game, just do a deck profile for each planet. But I want to get creative, I want you to come up with some really funky ideas that I can play around with, and I'll come up with some strange strategies I've got in mind. A completely combiner creature based galaxy. I've got some ideas for an elite galaxy. I've got an idea for an ability point galaxy, so that's getting points and winning the game through card abilities and not by attacking at all, which would be really interesting. But today I'm going to start off by profiling arguably the most popular archetype in the game actually, and they are the Knights, as you can probably tell by my Infiknight here. So I'll go through every card in the deck in a bit of detail, not too much because I don't want the video to get too long, and yeah, I'll get started. So the planet card we're using is the planet Baro, and it's a bit of a weird one because the deck uses creatures from every single planet. That's the whole point of them. So the planet card doesn't really matter, but we've chosen Baro because we use quite a few Baro creatures. So I'll set that to the side. And the first creature is the boss of the deck. One of the coolest cards in the game is Infiknight. 200 power and 200 health, and he gains 50 power and 50 health for each of your killed creatures that have exactly 4 stars but come from a different planet. So that's why we're using creatures from every different planet to give him more power and health. So if you have creatures from all 7 planets killed, then that's an extra 350, putting him at 550 power and health, which is stronger than any creature in the game. So yeah, Infiknight, 2 copies of him, definitely worth it. Then I'll just go through all the planets in order. So starting off, I've tried to use at least 2 copies of a 4-star creature with no ability for every planet that you can use to feed Infiknight's ability. So Pyraknight, got the strongest power of any 4-star creature in the game, so 2 of him is a definite must. Then for the Baro creatures, we've got quite a few Baro creatures while we're using the planet card. 2 copies of Death, the strongest health of any 4-star creature in the game. We've then got 1 copy of Grouknight. Although he is the knight for the planet, only 1 copy of him I think is necessary because Dare is just kind of a lot better, got much better health. And then we've got 1 copy of Cataplonk as well. Although he has an ability, so he doesn't count towards the power and health of Infiknight. Once per turn you show your opponent a creature in your hand that has more health than power, and then you gain a point. And a lot of the creatures we're using do have more health than power, so I think Cataplonk's quite a good addition. Then for Sindel, I've got 1 copy of Demoknight and 1 copy of Brack Tooth. He's got good power, he's got good health. I thought it'd make for a good balance. Then for Sindian, I've got 1 copy of Diviknight, 200 power and health, and 1 copy of Angel Lethal. He's just got higher health. I think maybe 2 copies of Infiknight could be better, but just wanted to play around with some different cards. Then for Gaios, we've got 2 copies of Nature Knight, and that's plain and simple. There aren't really many strong 4-star creatures for the planet Gaios, so that's fine. And then for Roko, we've got 1 copy of Aeroknight and 1 copy of Wild Wave, my favourite card. And then the last creature we've got is 2 copies of Aquaknight for the planet Pelisium. So that's it for the creatures. It's quite a standard lineup. I couldn't really think at this point in the game there's much you can mess around with through card abilities, because you need a lot of creatures with no ability to get your Infiknight off. But with some of the cards I'm planning in set 3, there'll be a lot more to assist the Knights then, so I'll have to do an updated deck profile in the future. But onto the resource cards, we've got 2 copies of United. It's the support card of the Knights, and basically you kill any Knight creature from your galaxy to add any one of your killed Knight creatures back into your hand. So pretty much what you're going to want to do is kill any Knight from your galaxy that you've not got one of killed already to add back one of your killed Infiknights. And then because you've just killed a new Knight card, Infiknight gets an extra 50 power and you can just play it again once it's been killed. So this effectively means that if you've got 2 of this, 2 Infiknights, you can have 4 Infiknights in one game, which is pretty devastating. And then just to kind of assist that, got 1 copy of Universe Boundary. This just kills 1 creature in your galaxy, so you kill any Knight that you need and then give your Infiknight an extra 50 power. Or you can just kill an Infiknight straight from your galaxy and then get it back with United's ability. Next up, got 2 copies of the Columns of Creation, the ridiculously rare card in set 2, where you choose a 5-star or lower creature with no ability that's killed, and then make a combiner creature out of it with one of your opponent's creatures. And because all the creatures in this galaxy are pretty much 4 stars with decent stats and no ability, Columns of Creation is just perfect, and it gives you an alternative sort of big boss monster apart from your Infiknight, so I think that's really important. And then for the one-of resource cards, got 1 Cosmic Treasure, because you're killing a lot of cards from your galaxy and sort of losing cards as you go, so Cosmic Treasure just helps you draw some back. Got 1 copy of Creature Conjurer. Stars are really crucial because every creature has 4 stars in this galaxy, so if you can get some free zones, that's always going to be a bonus. I was even thinking of using 2 copies of this. And then I've got 1 Galaxy Crash, because that's all we're allowed on the ban list at the moment. Then for the permanent resource cards, I've got 1 Slush Infestation. Slows down your opponent quite a lot. And I'm trying out a card that hasn't seen much limelight in the game really. It's Deepspace Checkpoint, and this reads, whenever a creature with 5 or more stars is played, that creature's owner must kill 1 card in their hand. And because basically all the creatures in the galaxy have 4 stars, this isn't going to affect you, but it will affect your opponent playing big cards. And even if you have an Infiknight that you want to play and you have to kill a card in your hand, you can just go ahead and kill a Knight card in your hand to boost up your Infiknight's power. So I think Deepspace Checkpoint is a really fun card. Definitely quite skillful and need to have a play around with, but I think it could really disrupt some of your opponent's moves. Moving on to the attachment cards now, I've got 2 copies of KO, one of the best cards in the game. Just makes any creature's health 0, and then you can beat over it with one of your 4-star Knights. And then testing out 1 copy of Enchantment Chest. I'm not sure about this card, but basically the attached creature can't be killed by creatures from its own planet. And because you're using creatures from every planet, say you've got these in your hand and your opponent is using a Gaios themed planet, you just play your Nature Knight because it's the same planet as your opponent's, and then you just attach it to your Enchantment Chest, and none of your opponent's creatures will be able to kill it. Obviously, if your opponent is using a galaxy that isn't based around 1 planet, this card isn't so good, which is why I'm only playing 1 copy of it. But I really think it could cause a lot of disruption in games, so I'm trying out 1 copy of it just for fun. I've then got 1 copy of Blaze Elixir. You attach it to a Pyraknight or something with 280 power, and it can enter 2 battle zones per turn for a possibility of 6 points, which is really devastating. And then for the activator cards, I've got 1 copy of Star Dealer. When your opponent cosplays a creature, you gain stars equal to its stars. Again, got a lot of 4-star creatures going in the galaxy, so stars are going to be crucial and you need to gain as many as you can. Got 1 copy of Emergency Escape Pod. When a creature on your planet is killed by an attack, you just put it back on top of your galaxy, so your opponent kills your Infiknight, you get it back next turn, simple as. And then 1 copy of Beast of the Black Hole, because we're only allowed 1. So guys, that was my deck profile for a Knight Galaxy, and what I think the best combos are amongst the archetype. Some of the cards I was thinking of that didn't quite make the cut are the cards Warp Hole Territory, Terramorphing, because your planet card doesn't really matter, Bullwarder to protect your weaker Knights, and Gallifection to kill cards from your galaxy to power up your Infiknight. But eventually, this is the deck list I chose. So let me know what you change about this galaxy. Let me know if you think it's really good. Let me know how you think it'd rank up compared to like just a planet-based galaxy. Most importantly, let me know what deck profiles you'd like to see in future, because we've got 6 more to go. So please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, get hold of some Chaos Galaxy cards, and I'll see you next time. Bye.